You see that RV over there? Well, guess what? You might not be able to buy one of those much longer. They're banning the sale of RVs. Hi everyone. Thanks for tuning into this video today. I recently came across a news article the other day that I think is going to affect a lot of you subscribers out there, a lot of our subscribers, a lot of you people that are full-timers, and just people in general who like to have RVs and just people in general. But the state of California, they're banning the sale of RVs. All Class A diesel and Class C Super Cs are about to be banned in the state of California beginning January 1st, 2025. This is all new models. And the reason for that is California has put in place a law called the Clean Truck Regulation Act. And it's been out there for about a year, and nobody's really paid a lot of attention to it. It was originally aimed at truck corporations, you know, the truck industry. They wanted the truck industry to start changing over to clean air technology, basically, and mostly EV technology. But unbeknownst to a lot of people, it also is going to be affecting RVs, the manufacturer of new RVs, as I was saying, Class A diesels and Class Cs. And so basically on the January 1st, 2025, new production of these RVs will no longer be allowed in California. But I might add, it's not just California. 5 other states are following California with this law, and those other states are Washington, Oregon, New York, New Jersey, and Massachusetts. And the reason that these states are following what California is doing is because under the Federal Clean Air Act, only California has the ability to set standards, clean air standards. And so these other states can only enact the same thing that California enacts, if that makes sense. But and that's basically why these other states have the same provision. And the RV industry, I think, thought that they were going to be excluded from these regulations, but as of now, it hasn't happened. The state of California legislature has not done anything to exclude or make an exception for RVs. So as of January 1st, 2025, they're banning the sale of new Class A's and Super C's in California and these 5 other states. And I might add, another provision of the law is, let me try to explain it a little bit. Unfortunately, for a lot of these RV companies, they just can't meet the standards that are required for them to abide by the law, because the technology just does not exist for them to produce EV-friendly RVs. It would just, the technology just isn't there. The batteries would just be too heavy for them to be able to put in their RVs. Basically, they wouldn't even be able to move on the road. So the technology just isn't there. The Advanced Clean Truck Regulation Act states that any vehicle that's over 8,500 pounds has to have a certain percentage of their vehicles that they produced with 0 emissions. And again, the RV companies, just with these big RVs, can't meet those standards right now. And as a result, they won't be allowed to make new models. And so that's where it stands as of now. I might add, the states on the West Coast mostly that are going to be affected by this law, they have a housing shortage right now. There's a housing crisis there. And a lot of middle class, lower class people can't afford housing in those areas. And one thing that was alleviating this problem was RVs. A lot of people opt to live in RVs. They opt to choose to live in their RVs, and that alleviates the housing shortage a little bit. But this is, if anything, is going to make matters worse in those states. And so also, I might add that there's going to be a lot of older RVs on the road now as a result of this. So people aren't going to buy newer RVs And so a lot of these older RVs are going to be on the road for a long time, and it's not going to do anything. This law isn't going to do anything to alleviate. This law isn't going to do anything to promote cleaner air. If anything, it's going to probably promote. It's probably going to make things worse for the environment. And like a lot of these people who have these RVs, a lot of people who have these older RVs aren't going to be able to get new ones in the future, and so they're going to have to hold on to their RVs, and there's probably going to be a shortage of these RVs, Class A's and Class C's. So if you guys, if any of you people live in these states that I mentioned, California, Washington, and Oregon, or in New York, New Jersey, and also Massachusetts, I would suggest that you contact your legislatures or your representatives and just let them know about this. And if you're against this, let them know. Well, I think this is really bad law, and I don't think this was really thought through when it was put into the books. So maybe they might reverse this. They'll make an exception for RVs before all is said and done. But as of now, as I said, there is no exception. And as of January 1st, 2025, people won't be able to buy new RVs anymore in those states that I mentioned. So, all right, folks, thank you for tuning in, and I hope this helps everybody, and God bless you guys. And so, yes, Seymour. Okay. Okay, Seymour. You want to come down? Oh my gosh. Wonderful.